So today we're going to make this vegetable soup with pasta and rice. Now I'm not sure if it's a soup or a pasta because it's so thick. I've made it really, really thick. Absolutely delicious. I really love it. Let's go and take a look at the ingredients that we need. So let's take a look at what we have here. So I've got 2 cans of tomatoes, onions, garlic, and our spices. Let's take a look at those. I've got equal parts, like a teaspoon each, of thyme, smoked paprika, and oregano. You can really play around with that, rosemary, basil, it's up to you. And I've got here some tomato paste or puree. Now, the vegetables that you put in are entirely up to you. You can just change it around as you want. I've just got some French beans, okra, bell pepper, some minestrone, zucchini, and eggplant. But yeah, carrots. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's up to you, just very small amounts of each. And then I've got some white rice here. You could use brown rice if you wanted. And then I've got 2 types of pasta. I've got a brown fusilli and a white fusilli. We're going to start this off with some olive oil. We're going to add a bit of salt and pepper. I think that's about it. Maybe add a bit of a fresh herb, maybe some parsley at the end. Okay, so you're going to need a large pot for this. I've got some olive oil in there. We're going to start off by dropping in our onion. In that goes. And our garlic. Now if you were putting something like potatoes in this, or celery, carrots, you want to get them in pretty much now as well. To that we're now going to add that rice. I'm going to get some black pepper in now, and some salt. And then we're going to cook this for about 4 minutes. Okay, this is coming together really nicely. It's nice to give the rice a little bit of a toasting, I find. So let's now get our vegetables in. And they're all going to go in the same time. So what I'm using here, eggplants, zucchini, and some minestrone, or some kind of sugar snap type beans. And then long beans or green beans, okra and bell pepper. But like I say, the selection that you choose is entirely up to you. And it's all cut quite small. We're now going to drop in the brown pasta, the other pasta, and like I say, you could be using here some spaghetti or some other type of noodles or penne. Any pasta works. Kind of just bulks it out, gives it a bit of starch in there for you. But we're now going to add our spices. Let's take a look at what I'm using. I'm using equal parts of smoked paprika, dried thyme and dried oregano. Like I say again, anything goes. So one of those mixed Italian herbs, you know, basil, rosemary, sage, tarragon. You choose what you want in there. Okay, just another 3 or 4 minutes, then we're ready to move on. Look at that, looks great, doesn't it? Okay, now, we're now going to add in those 2 cans of tomatoes, which I've just crushed with my hand. They were whole, and I've crushed them. That tomato paste or puree, that'll kind of deepen the colour a little bit. And I'm going to add some water, about 500 ml of water. If you want, you can be using a stock. We're going to let this go. I'm going to put the lid on now, high heat, let it go for about 10 minutes. And I can already tell here we're going to need to add more liquid at some point. But let's get this all cooked out right now. Okay, let's jump in and have a look. Let's get that lid off, some steam out for you. Super thick that is, isn't it? Super thick. That rice and the pasta are swollen. That's looking great. But like I say, we need to add some more liquid to it. I'm going to add another ½ litre, so that's 1 litre in total. I mean, you might want to add more to this or less. You might, you know, like it really thick, or, but I'm happy kind of about there. It's a big, thick soup, that. Okay, just let it go now until your vegetables are cooked. For me, that's going to be about another 6 or 7 minutes. Give it a stir every now and then. Okay, off goes the heat. Let's jump in and take a look. There's some steam out of there. That is beautiful, super thick. Like I say, I like it like that. Make it thinner if you want. I'm not sure if that is actually a pasta dish or a soup. Some parsley, flat leaf parsley, fresh basil or some other fresh herb in there would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Stir that in, we're done. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will see you soon. Lots of love.